Hey everyone, my name's Carson from Punch Buggy, and I'm here with
Sasquatch.
Who are you?
I'm Joshua Raw.
When people hear the name Joshua Raw /
Sasquatch.
what do you want them to think and feel?
As of right now, I want them to think about Sasquatch. Just Sasquatch.
Hell yeah. Well, you're about to release an EP titled
Sasquatch.
What can you tell us about this project and when it comes out?
Well, the project comes out this Friday, which is the 12th of September. It's short and sweet, and I feel like it packs a punch for its size, which I'm really happy about.
The beat selection on this project is unlike anything that you've ever done before. What can you tell us about the production credits on Sasquatch?
Well, the production is all my friend Garrett Sparrow. He's really like a magician when it comes to the producer shit. I mean, hip hop's like not really his like strongest suit in terms of like production. Like that's not his field of work as much. But he did say that one of the beats is his favorite like beat that he's ever made, which is fire. Garrett is goated. A lot of the songs, like, it was collaborative. Granted, he's doing like 99% of the heavy lifting. I'm just like talking about ideas and like arrangement, and I like these drums, I don't like these drums, let's do something like this, whatever. That nigga can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, that nigga made that shit come to life for real.
What was Garrett's favorite beat?
It's the Landlord beat. He said that's the best beat he's ever made.
So good,
it is. I don't know how true that is, or if he's just like gassing me, or I mean he's gassing himself, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome fire ass beat.
It's actually crazy. I love like the saxophone on there. Did he play that? Who did he play that?
Dude, Garrett actually he says that he hates horns, but the way he made it sound was that he was really proud of how he made the horn sound on there. And I don't mind horns, so it's really cool. It gives it like a jazzy vibe.
Yeah, it's really sick. It's awesome. Low-key, like a lot of the songs, especially like All American, kind of gives a very rock-centric kind of feel to them, almost evoking songs like Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz. Do you feel that this is like a accurate representation, and what other inspirations went into the instrumentation on this EP?
I'm not like super educated on like classic rock or like just rock as a genre like that, so I can't speak to like how rocky it is. But as far as like inspiration and influence, I do like the grungy kind of punky hip hop, like a Kenny Mason or like a Paris, Texas. Originally, the first project that I was gonna make before this project, before Dog Food Demos, was like heavy inspiration from like Paris, Texas, and guys in that kind of vein. I couldn't help but like want to do something that's like punchy in that type of way with like guitar and shit.
How would you say that your lyricism on Sasquatch just differs from any of the raps you've ever written before?
Bro, this project made me so like happy with how I just wrote, because Dog Food Demos, it was more so like about like versatility, like, oh, I can do this, like I can do this, I can do that, like I can make hip hop songs that aren't really hip hoppy or whatever. And on this project, I kind of wanted to be like, dude, like I can fucking rap, like I can fucking write like fire ass verses, and I really wanted to like flex my muscles really heavy as a rapper on this. Like I definitely could get even deeper in my rapper bag, and I want to, but a lot of this project was like, dude, I can fucking write, like I can have witty bars and wordplay and shit like that, and I feel like I achieved that, and I'm really happy with like pushing myself to like really work on my lyricism as a whole.
What's your favorite bar off of Sasquatch?
Oh my god. Okay, well, I would say definitely my favorite song with like my favorite bars from a song is off the first track, Patagonia. Like I feel like those are like my wittiest verses is on there. But I do like or I don't give a like something about like I don't give a fuck about Midas touch, nigga, I piss gold, or some shit. I just thought that was funny, and I feel like a lot of my bars are like funny bars. Or I said like shout out to Mormons, let that soak in, or something like that. I thought that was funny.
I really like the one where it's like something about Leatherman, chicka chicka ching, let it rain on the Weatherman. Yeah. So at the end of Patagonia, actually, there's a voice sample from like a newscast. Where was that sampled from?
Dude, honestly, I couldn't tell you specifically where, like what, like documentary, what the documentary is called, but it was like a documentary, like like finding Bigfoot or like searching for Bigfoot or something like that. And I wanted to like create like an atmosphere with the intro to like set up the rest of the project. And I just felt like it was super perfect to like set the scene for like the whole Sasquatch identity and just like ecosystem environment, whatever.
What are some other ways that you kind of like built up this identity and world around the Sasquatch?
I think with the visuals and just like the costume in and of itself, like I really love when artists have like eras and like their attire or like the sound or the concept for their project is very specific to that project itself. And I wanted to make a project that set itself apart from not only my other music, but like other people's other music. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna do a costume. And the Sasquatch stuff like came early on, but it kind of took me some time to figure out how I wanted to portray it visually. But I feel like the costume is like a really big part of like the Sasquatch vibe, and the visuals like really bring like the sounds to life, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. And where was it that you got the Sasquatch suit from?
I got it from Amazon. It's if you want to get your own Sasquatch costume, it's a ghillie suit, which is like I guess the suits that like people like hunt deer or like whatever animal they hunt in them. And it's kind of annoying though, because you would think for a outfit that people hunt in, it would like you would be able to move through like forest terrain really well. But all the filming I've done, I have like sticks from months and months ago and like pine cones and like grass just like in there, and it just won't come out. So honestly, it works better as like a costume for a hip-hop record than like being in the forest and like hunting prey and shit.
What has been like some of the biggest challenges of doing like the media and the visuals for this kind of winter themed album in this big ass suit, this big ass fur hat, and doing all that in the summertime?
Originally, like I wanted to have like I want to do visuals, and it's not like I won't do it. I might, but like with like a backdrop that was like wintry and like use like foam for snow and all this other shit. But when we ended up filming the videos, I just had like so many other locations that were like a little bit more accessible to film in. And so the like winter wonderland kind of vibe ended up taking a back seat. Honestly, the biggest challenge is filming and then people like honking their horn or rolling down their window and being like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, you shooting a video? Like, what video is this? Like, there's multiple takes where like you just hear people yelling in the background and we have to like cut. And I'm like, oh, like there's a music video and stuff like that. Like people like were like yelling at me. It was crazy.
Yeah, it probably would have been like the same experience had we done this on campus, you know?
People just like staring and like pointing at you, and then other people like driving by and be like, hey, yo, what the hell? You know what I mean?
You kind of mix like a little bit of your own swag into the costume. Like you've got, you know, the fur hat on, you've got the red scarf. Would you have been wearing loafers with the costume?
There's no damn way I'm going to be jumping around like that in loafers. I originally had a bigger scarf that was like really, really massive. I still have it. But when I wore it, just like to wear it because I like the scarf, it was cool, it like got all in my hair, and like forever I still have like pieces of red in my hair no matter how much I wash my hair and stuff. So I ended up going with this one that's a less Velcro-y material. But yeah, I wanted to have something that had like a pop of color because I don't just want to be like a big tan blob. Someone said I look like a tumbleweed, which I thought was really funny. But I feel like this pop of color kind of like makes it a little bit more dynamic.
Yeah, for sure. How would you say that you've kind of like also mixed your own personal style into like the visuals and the EP and the music and everything like that?
Yeah, I think regardless, however I want to do it, it's subconsciously, it's just going to come out how I am. Like my personality and who I am is just going to bleed through the music. So even like the Sasquatch, like that shit, I just felt like it'd be funny and like just a cool way of saying Sasquatch for like the visuals and stuff. So yeah. I think it's inevitable that like a piece of myself becomes part of the project and like what it sounds like and what I do.
What went behind the decision to release Landlord as the only single off of the EP?
Well, I also had Suburbia as the first single, but it's hard picking a singles for the project because it's like, especially a hip hop project, because there's no outlying song that's like, man, this one's catchy. Yeah. It's a lot of bars. Like I did a lot of like long verses and stuff like that. So it's difficult, but Landlord I felt like I want to have one song that's just like the catchiest song and short and sweet, like Suburbia, and also Landlord, like kind of proves like, oh, I can rap. It has some beat switches, and it's just like it has like two slices of the pie of like the many things that the project can like offer. But I felt like those ones, they were really solid, but like wasn't the entire thing. Like the project has songs that have like different vibe, like other different vibes on it, but I felt like those ones were super digestible and also proved my skill set simultaneously.
Were there any tracks that did not make the track list of the EP, and do you think that they will ever see the light of day?
Well, I, unlike a lot of people, like I feel like a lot of peers I have like make 100 songs and then they cut it down to like 10 songs or whatever, right? And for me, like it's hard for me to finish a song if I already know it's not gonna make the project. So like I have hella like halfway done, like 40% done songs like sitting on my laptop that I couldn't even tell you the name because they didn't even get that far type of thing. But as far as like fully done like songs, there is like maybe 5 songs that aren't even Sasquatch related, just songs I was working on that might have eventually been part of a project, but not Sasquatch specifically. And then there's like one song where it's like, this one's gonna stay off the project, like let me take it off type of thing. And it's called Femboy, and I had like people like sent me a picture of them pre-saving the like one of the singles, then I would send them like the demo for Femboy. And so a bunch of people have heard it. Will I ever release it? I might release it if I do like physical CDs or something. I might put it on there as like a bonus track. But as far as streaming, it's not gonna happen.
Can we expect to see Sasquatch come to life in any live shows in the future?
If I have like any solo live shows prior to my next project coming out, most definitely I will be doing the Sasquatch songs, and most definitely I'll be wearing the costume for at least a couple of the songs. Maybe not the whole thing, but like a couple of songs. Yeah.
You got any like final thoughts about the EP specific stuff?
Final thoughts about the EP. I mean, I have so much to say even on the EP itself, but more so the things that aren't said explicitly on the project. Like I think that I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I've always wanted to make like a really like hip hop heavy project, and I'm super inspired by like the Call Me If You Get Lost era, where it's like Gangsta Grillz mixtape type of vibe, and just like that sound is so awesome and so like integral into like how I make my own sound. And I'm happy that I got to like make something that I'm genuinely like really proud of, and I would add all of the songs on there to my personal playlist even if it wasn't my own song. Additionally, like I feel like the writing is really good. Like my favorite type of like bars are just like witty, funny bars. Like I'm no Kendrick Lamar, like having overarching like concepts that play into the political economic state of the universe. Like that's not like my forte, even though I do still want to dive into that and work on that. But like I'm gonna post all the lyrics and make sure people have them, but like listen to what that nigga's saying, bro. Like I think there's a lot of clever, witty, like funny shit that I say on there, and like that's my favorite shit to say. But and that's the shit I don't get to do like on biking projects. And so it's fun to like have the freedom to like just say some silly shit that like makes me laugh.
Do you have any artists that you are heavily inspired by that nobody would like ever expect? Maybe like a guilty pleasure artist?
That's a good one. Like I think the obvious ones are like Frank, Tyler. You know what I mean? Yeah. There is one guy, his name's Kenny Can Fly, that like was really pivotal in like me figuring out what kind of hip hop artist I want to be. Cause like I do like rap, but there's so many subgenres and categories of rap. And I feel like the way that he's experimental in rap, it speaks to me a lot. But as far as like getting away from hip hop, an artist that like does a lot for me is maybe like, okay. So I said getting away from hip hop, but actually somebody that does really inspire me is like Meek Mill when he was like 17. Like I watched so many of like the Meek Mill knowledge freestyles, and like it got me into like watching like the like UK grime freestyles with like Skepta and shit. And I feel like like that homemade vibe where like someone just like freestyles and then a producer just like puts the beat over it and it's kind of crunchy because they recorded it like on some shitty ass camera. Like that shit, I love it so much. Like I be knowing the whole entire verse. Right. I want to do something like that so bad. Like that's like the hungriest like I've seen rappers. Like I love the fucking same old Meek and like all that shit. Oh my god, it's so fire.
Knowledge and Meek Mill, stop beefing. Squash the beef. Put the Meek tapes back on Spotify.
No,
put same old Meek back on Spotify.
Back on Spotify.
God, man, I remember the day that happened.
It was just grayed out, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, what's another one? The definition of a mobster, sitting on a bars full of black tile, and I hit up at your squadron, I roll up, and that one, I can't remember what that one's called, but that one right there, yeah. When that Mac go lean and that Ryan go crack, just that murder music to rewind you back, put that Ruger all up to you and make your mind go splat.
I want to go back to dog food demos. You have a lyric that says iced tea in my cookout cup on my Carolina shit. What is your cookout order, and how would you describe cookout to a non-North Carolinian?
This is going to be a hot take for everyone that's a Carolinian because people be on dick for cookout.
Do I need to take the mic away?
I don't even like cookout that much now because I think the draw for cookout is that it's cheap and it's convenient. It's convenient because you can get it at damn near any time of day, right? Which is usually like midnight and on. It's also cheap because the trays used to be like 5 something and you get hella food for 5 something. Now it's like I'm paying like $10 for a tray, and to me the food not even that good for real. Like I'm getting mid and I'm paying tax for it. I could just go somewhere else and get the same thing for $10, whatever. But that being said, I still fuck with cookout. It's just coming from a place of love where it's like, hey bro, like I'm from North Carolina. Y'all got to step up your game type shit. Yeah. I would say my order is a tray with double fries and the chicken tenders with a large sweet tea or a cheer wine if I'm feeling froggy.
If you're feeling froggy. Yeah. You always have to do the double fry. That is very important. Did you see the Keith Lee cookout review?
Oh, he reviewed it?
Yeah, and he went at like 3 p.m. and he was like, I don't know, man. And people were like dogging on him in the comments because you're like, no, like you don't know. Like this is after the club food. Yeah. Like you can't get cookout. Yeah. He got the walking taco, bro. He got the walking taco and was like, this ain't it. Like you got the walking taco. You can't go to cookout and get the fucking walking taco.
I also feel like when you have stipulations for how you're supposed to eat something, it be feeling like, is it even good, or do you just like the fucking routine you have to go to? Like if you telling me like, bro, trust me, bro, you got to listen to this shit, but you got to listen to it in a room and has to have 4D audio and blah, blah, blah. It's like you have all these stipulations that have to make it good. Like this shit can't just stand alone on itself. I will say though, it's like cookout 3 p.m. walking taco. Like you not asking for, I mean, a successful experience. Yeah. It's not ideal, but it's like, I don't blame them.
What has Joshua Raw been into recently, whether it be food, music, fashion, movies, TV shows, books, anything? Throw it at me.
All media that I'm interested in. I've been busy recently, so even consuming media as is a lot. But I've been playing a lot of Minecraft on my phone. You know, I used to play Minecraft when I was a kid, but now there's hella updates. You can ride gas. Yeah. They got damn near every animal species there is. I've been doing a lot of that. I've been, what have I been watching? I just watched Weapons, Superman. Honestly, both really solid like movie experiences. I've been drawing. I love like 2D animation. I haven't watched anything specifically that's crazy, but I need to catch back up on Berserk. I was reading Berserk like every morning for time, and it's really good. It just got to like a low point so slowly, like I faded off of it. I've been listening to Kevin Abstract. The Blush stuff is really nice. Yeah, fashion wise, I've been keeping it simple, stupid, white t-shirt.
Saying that in the fucking suit is crazy.
I mean, on some everyday basis shit, I've been keeping it simple, stupid, white t-shirt, jeans, loafers. I got too much going on to be thinking too much about what I got on. I did get this really cool watch. I'm not wearing it right now, from my girlfriend that I'm really excited about. It's like, it's honestly, it's a women's watch, but it's really nice. And I forever and now love beer and the project. There's a lot of beer references. That's no joke. I no means would call myself an alcoholic, but like, oh my God, like just even thinking about like having a sip, bro, like
What's your favorite beer?
it's crazy because for someone that like loves beer so much, I'm not picky because I don't give a fuck what beer purists say, brewery purists say. All this shit basically tastes the same. It's like, how much ass do you want? Like, how much ass to water ratio do you want? So I don't really, unless the IPAs are usually just disgusting, but like, I like American beers, so like I'll drink Budweiser, Michelob Ultra probably my favorite. Budweiser, Michelob Ultra. People say Bud Light is gay, but yeah, I mean I'm an ally, so like Bud Light 2, PBRs. I really don't give a fuck. But when it comes to like exported beers, like Mexican beers, I know there's Corona lovers out there. That should be tasting like it got some twang that don't belong in there. I'll still drink it. If you offer me Corona, it's still Corona time, but that wouldn't be my first choice. Yeah.
Modelo.
Ooh, even Modelo's is like, it's like, oh, I would, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not very patriotic, but when it comes to drinking like a domestic beer, like, you know, yeah, like I like to include the things I'm enjoying and participating in while I'm making the song. It's like a time capsule type of thing. And like, I have been drinking a lot of beer. I have been listening to McGee. I'm always doing some type of jig, and I love my loafers so much. And so these are all things that like, and even like, I mentioned like, on the first song I mentioned like, I Tonya, like I was saying, like, oh, I'm skating laps around you. I Tonya is a documentary about, I forgot her last name, Tanya. Yeah, figure skater who's played by Margot Robbie. Amazing documentary or biopic, one of my favorite biopics ever. And I was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna throw a reference to that movie in there. So yeah, there's hella references to like just stuff I'm enjoying or participating in.
What is up and coming for Joshua Raw?
For Joshua Raw, I'm gonna take a hiatus on solo, but that does not mean I'm not working on it. I think I kind of already have a concept for a project that I want to do like solo, but it still has 95% of fleshing out to be done. I want the visuals to like be really sick. I want to get really good at just being like a more serious rapper, talk about stuff that is a little less lightweight, maybe a little bit heavier. Biking is forever, so these wheels don't stop. Biking is always getting worked on, so definitely some biking stuff, some Joshua Raw stuff, some merch, some shows, maybe a tour. But yeah, like a lot of cooler stuff that I'm super excited about.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so excited. All right, well, that is towards the end of the Joshua Raw interview. Do you have anything that you would like to plug, anything you'd like to promote, or final thoughts?
Listen to SASQUATCH this Friday or any other Friday that you want to this year or next year or any other weekday or weekend. SASQUATCH here, there, everywhere. SASQUATCH is American. My beers are American, and I'm American. So in desperate American times, I'm choosing to be a little patriotic here. Shout out the troops. Shout out 9/11, never forget, and shout out SASQUATCH.
All right, well, this has been the Punch Buggy with Joshua Raw interview. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.